Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider hitting on that subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi, hello, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing my videos always. You guys are the real deal, right? So besties, we're going to be reacting on Indonesians versus Philippines, 10 biggest difference. This is the first time I'm going to be seeing this, so I really don't know what to expect. So if you want to go on this journey with me, let's check this out.
Indonesia versus Philippines, 10 biggest differences.
Hello, Filipinos!
Indonesian Open!
Hi, welcome to the Philippines!
I have been to Indonesia 6 times and Philippines 8 times, and these are the 10 biggest differences between the two countries in my opinion.
Okay.
1. Population. Indonesia is home to over 270 million people and is the world's largest island country.
Indonesia. Very nice.
Whether you are soaking up the sun in Bali or strolling through the streets in Jakarta, Indonesia offers a variety of memorable experiences to any adventurous tourist. And don't forget the Komodo dragons. Just north of Indonesia lies the Philippines, an archipelago with over 115 million people. From the turquoise water of Palawan,
How can you have such a place by yourself? I don't get it.
to Bohol's chocolate hills, more tourists are beginning to unravel the hidden beauty in the Philippines. Indonesia's capital Jakarta is about the same size as Metro Manila in Philippines in terms of land area, but Jakarta has a few more million people though, and is considered the 4th biggest city in Asia by population after Tokyo, Seoul, and Delhi. 2. Size. Philippines is about 6 times smaller than Indonesia. It
Are you
sounds
serious?
like a lot, but both countries are actually massive. Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world to form a single state.
I'm from Indonesia.
It consists of 5 main islands and some 30 smaller archipelagos, totaling about 18,110 islands and islets, of which around 6,000 are inhabited.
Jakarta!
The Philippines is not surprisingly the 2nd largest archipelago in the world and is made up of 7,107 islands, and the 3 major islands are known as Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Wow.
3. Religion. The Philippines proudly boasts to be one of the only Christian nations in Asia. At least 88% of the population is Christian. About 79% belong to the Catholic Church.
This is Quiapo Church here in Manila. Very beautiful.
6.5% of the population of the Philippines is Muslim as of
Oh.
2020, making Islam the 2nd largest religion in the country.
Davao!
They're happy souls.
Most Filipinos consider religion to be very important in their lives.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Plenty of religious symbols, icons, gestures, and traditions. 87% of Indonesians identified themselves as Muslim,
I love the world.
I think the country is mostly
with
populated
Sunnis
with
at about 99%. 7% of the population here in Indonesia are Protestants, and I stayed with a Protestant family in Kupang. Indonesia is the largest Muslim population in the country. However, Sharia law, the Islamic law, isn't implemented in all of Indonesia, where there are 6 official religions. Remember, Indonesia has more than 700 ethnic and racial groups, and the country has always been proud of its tradition of religious tolerance, and its constitution guarantees religious freedom. 4. Culture. At the end of the day, both nations are archipelagos, so they share an island lifestyle in common.
Okay guys, we're here in Coron. Right now we are at a hot spring at night.
But other than this, the cultures are extremely different.
From Philippines.
Here in the Philippines.
Hi, I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia.
And as you can see, the people are greeting you with smiles. So it's very enjoyable to be here in the capital of Indonesia.
Both Filipino people and Indonesian people are extremely hospitable,
Yeah, they are.
kind, and
are.
friendly and warm. They have this in common.
Yeah.
Filipinos are, however, more liberal-minded than their neighbors,
My country, Philippines.
and Filipinos are more westernized than Indonesians.
You'll be like, I managed to stay clean.
I have no girlfriend.
They're happy souls.
Body is so hot.
In fact, the
They so-
Philippine culture is the most westernized in Asia. While Indonesia is perhaps slightly more conservative with many things, but it's not that conservative.
Senang bertemu denganmu. Senang bertemu denganmu, Gustavo.
For men, it's common for Filipinos to go outside and walk around with no shirt on. You don't see that as much with Indonesians, especially if we compare Manila and Jakarta, the two countries' capitals.
I love the Philippines. I love you, sir.
Some would say Filipinos are more open-minded.
I'm from the Philippines.
For example, Filipinos have no problems with LGBT people. While in Indonesia, it used to be that way, but now they are in general a bit more intolerant to LGBT people. Pinoy see themselves as Southeast Asian people with a heritage of Spanish culture, and they are quite proud of it. Indonesia rejects its Dutch heritage and tried its paradoxically best to connect its historical canon with its Hindu-Buddhist heritage. 5. Food. Indonesian food is very spicy and aromatic. However, Indonesians seem to like to fry everything too, just like Filipinos. The Indonesian food is super fragrant and spicy. They put chili in nearly everything.
You want to try?
No, you better don't.
Huh? Nasi panang. Spicy food.
Indonesians don't eat a lot of meat also, and it's difficult to find pork in Indonesia outside of Bali.
This is beer platter. It's Indonesian beer with no alcohol, ginger, cinnamon. It's a little bit spicy, but it's really good.
Filipino cuisine, however, is more sweet and savory. And they love their roast pig, lechon. I've never seen an Indonesian dish that looks or tastes similar to a Filipino dish, even though people say that the food can be similar in the countries. However, the two countries have one thing in common when it comes to food. They both love rice, and most people eat rice 3 times a day in both countries.
Every meal rice.
Rice is life, whether you're in Philippines or you're in Indonesia. Simple as that. I think Indonesians like to combine many spices and herbs in one dish, whereas Filipinos are content with just up to 6 kinds of species and herbs, which always include onion, garlic and ginger. Anything higher than 6 may be considered too complicated for Filipinos. What do you guys think?
Oh, pretty interesting.
6. Names.
Indonesia.
Indonesians use a mix of native names, Hindu names and Islamic names.
Jakarta.
Chancel.
Indonesia.
My name is Alec Rempong.
Filipinos use mostly Western names,
I'm Jonas Benavides from Philippines.
and especially Spanish names are very common.
So most of the Spanish names was used by Filipino people a lot. Even the surnames and the names of Filipinos here.
What is your surname?
Del Mundo.
Philippines.
Lots of Filipino surnames are Spanish.
I'm from Philippines and I'm Shaina. Hi everyone.
Badminton for life.
7. Sports. Here the countries are quite different.
I love badminton.
Indonesia loves badminton and it's the national sport in the country. Filipinos love basketball and play it everywhere on the streets.
It's my friend from Philippines, the tallest guy I met so far. He's really nice. What's your name?
Orlando. The same.
Yeah, same.
Filipinos also love to hang out in their basketball jerseys. While this is not something you'll see in Indonesia to the same extent. Both countries have a big love for sport, but their favorite sports are indeed very different. Volleyball is popular in both countries. 8. Languages.
Magaganda guru.
Yes.
Okay.
Biarkan hari-hari baik, menggalakkan hari-hari yang buruk.
Filipinos and Indonesians don't speak the same language. However, there are some Filipino words that are similar or slightly similar with Bahasa Indonesia, like ako, which is aku, which means me.
Oh.
Indonesia has about 700 languages,
I come from Indonesia.
and Philippines has over 120 languages spoken.
Philippines.
Filipino, or the standardized form of Tagalog, is the national language.
Tapos na ako, mahal ko kayo.
Filipinos are much better English speakers in general than Indonesians.
Beautiful and awesome.
Over 90 million people can speak English in the Philippines.
90 million
That is
people.
up to 80% of the population. Although it's difficult to pinpoint an accurate number for Indonesia, it's estimated the percentage of English speakers is around 10% of Indonesia's population.
So, where are you from?
Dari mana, Kak?
Jakarta, Indonesia.
In Indonesia, they speak mainly Bahasa Indonesia,
Ada negara yang disuka?
Negara yang disuka Portugal.
I like Portugal.
Why?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronald.
and in Philippines, they speak Tagalog and English.
This is Tagaytay City. Oh, planking. We're actually working out right now. No time to relax in the natural pool.
9. Flights and transportation. Both Indonesia and the Philippines have plenty of international flight arrivals, so getting into the country isn't the hard part. The jeepney is not only the most common mode of public transportation in the Philippines, but also an iconic national symbol. The jeepney in the Philippines came thanks to the Americans who left their surplus jeeps behind after World War II.
Let's go. Let's explore Manila. Tara na!
Some of the main modes of transportation in the Philippines include jeepneys, buses, tricycles, pedicabs, minibuses, rail systems, taxis,
So
ferries,
beautiful.
airplanes, etc.
Traffic in Manila.
A lot of them are common also in Indonesia. Surveyed in 2023 in Indonesia, 72% of respondents use private motorcycles as their primary mode of transportation. Buses are probably the most popular form of public transportation in Indonesia. It's a close call, but the Philippines has slightly better and more reliable flights. Once you get to one of the smaller islands, you may find that road quality is poor, so traveling overland can take longer than you think. What I mean by this is Indonesia is vaster with more islands to navigate. Getting out to the more remote destinations can be a tiring journey consisting of domestic flights, bumpy road rides, and slow road travel. Trust me, I have tried. Anyway, both countries have good transportation in general, and you can also use a variety of online apps to book your ride in the big cities in both countries. Lots of good options. 10. Prices. Philippines is 17% more expensive than Indonesia.
Wow, are you
Southeast
serious?
Asia is known and loved for its mega cheap prices. But which out of Indonesia and the Philippines is the cheapest? There are always tips and tricks for people to travel on a budget, and both Indonesia and the Philippines offer good budget options. On average, a week in the Philippines can cost you around $400 US.
Good.
So what's your name?
My name is Janine.
Janine, nice to meet you.
Whereas a week in Indonesia typically costs around $350 US. Consumer prices including rent in the Philippines are 12.5% higher than in Indonesia.
In Asian, there are many people little bit similar in Indonesia, but different range.
When it comes to shopping malls, this goes to Philippines. You can buy and do anything under one roof. Indonesia is slowly catching up though, and it's usually a bit cheaper on the markets. Anyway, really good prices in both countries.
New York is known as the Big Apple. Jakarta is known as the Big Durian. Tell me a weird fact about Philippines.
Whether you like it or not, the Philippines, all the boys here are required to be circumcised. Not just because we're a Christian country, one of our cultures.
So guys, this is it. Do you agree or disagree with any of these? Please comment below. Remember to subscribe.
This was clearly beautiful. I literally enjoyed every bit of it. I love the fact that both countries are friendly. Like, I've reacted to a video in which I said Indonesians are friendly people, Philippines are friendly people, like they are well accommodating, you know. So I love the fact that you made mention of a lot of things here, and I literally enjoyed every bit of this. And I think he took his time to just explore both countries, and which I really love. And I really don't know how true some of the words are. You can do well to explain to me more on the comment section. If you're from Philippines, if you're from Indonesian, please do well to explain to me more how true most of his facts are on the comment section, right? But the little one, I know the both countries are friendly, and I feel like it's actually a beautiful place to explore. It's not kind of expensive for tourists. Correct me if I'm wrong on the comment section, dude. This was a beautiful video, and it literally made me to understand the difference between the both countries. I don't think they have huge difference. I feel like they are a bit compatible, you know. I'm just saying this based on my own understanding, but this was a beautiful watch for me. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on the comment section, right? I'll see you guys in my next